Hey, what's up, guys? So this is my CHG90 Samsung 50-inch ultra widescreen monitor. Uh, First, let me tell you what I'm running on. I'm running on obviously AMD Radeon 5700 XT 50th Anniversary Edition. I have Ryzen 5 from 2018, which is 3.8 gigahertz, 8 cores. I have 16 gigabytes of DDR RAM. And I also have a Samsung SSD solid state drive, which is 500 gigabytes. This is a quantum dot monitor. It does have quantum dots built into it, and resolution is 3840 by 1080. So let me show you what my settings are really quick. As you can see over here, the resolution is 3840 by 1080. And here you can see AMD Radeon 5700 XT 50th anniversary with 8 gigabytes of VRAM. We're going to use the frame counter to see frames per second as well. Let's scroll down. You see everything set to ultra pretty much. Ultra. So everything is pretty much set to ultra, okay? And it is 3840 by 1080. It's not a 4K resolution, but it's still a pretty good resolution considering it's ultra wide 32 by 9 ratio. This is pretty wide at a 50 inch, okay? So without any further ado, let's go ahead. Let's see how well it runs, shall we? All right, so here we go. There it is. It's really difficult for me to find a good angle to capture and record this 50-inch monitor. Guys, you don't understand. You watching this on camera, and I said this numerous of times. You know, it's a one thing you seeing this with camera through video, and it's another thing you seeing it in person. In person, this thing is much wider, and you have to move this monitor away. You know, bringing it too close to you, you're going to be moving your head left and right. That's how gigantic it is. So let's look at it. Let's see how well it runs. I think I mentioned this previously. I mean, look how fast that is, dude. This is a FreeSync monitor. I'm using a FreeSync with 1 millisecond response time. So you got to remember that you're gonna have a super awesome experience here. And this is everything set to ultra settings, okay? This is everything set to ultra settings. The one thing I did mention is the lighting system in this game is truly remarkable in Gears 5. Now, don't get me wrong, I do like the lighting system in the God of War and other PlayStation games, but there's something about volumetric light here. It is really realistic. And I think we're going to see the same kind of volumetric light in in Modern Warfare when it comes out. It's as close to real-time ray tracing as you can get. I don't know what they've done, what the Rod Ferguson team done here, but they truly done a fantastic job. All right, so let's go to some other levels here. Let me go out of this facility and let me show you like outside and how it is outside. Okay, so let's go jump to that really quick. Now, a lot of people ask, well, why is this monitor so expensive? Well, you got to remember, this is a quantum dot, fully functional quantum dot monitor. Okay, so you're going to get the best possible color accuracy on this monitor, along with the a ultra wide 3840 by 1080 screen. Yes, I know that it's not the greatest, you know, resolution, but it's still, you're gonna get a great quality here in terms of color and picture. And look at this volumetric light, and look how beautiful that looks, man. It's crazy. Again, I'm trying to do my best here with my camera to show you this, but it just looks bananas. And I have to say, out of all the monitors, this monitor really produces the best color. I think just for the quantum dots, this monitor is worth it. Not to mention the ultra wide 50-inch, man. When you see this in person, once you start playing it like this, once you start playing your PC games like this, you're not gonna go back to anything else. I guarantee you, dude. You're not gonna go back to your. Look at this. It looks like real-time ray tracing. Honestly, it's almost like a real-time ray tracing. Look at this. This is just simply beautiful. Look at that. I don't know how they did it, but and what they were able to squeeze from AMD and Unreal Engine. But look at this. This is stunning. Maybe secretly AMD has real-time ray tracing in there and they forgot to tell us for the gears. No, I'm just kidding. They don't. But I'm simply saying, do I even need real-time ray tracing? Look at this, man. Look how beautiful that looks. And look at that fire there. And look at the reflection. Come on, man. Do I even need real-time ray tracing here? I think I already got it through AMD. A cheaper card. And look, this monitor, guys, I know that's what you guys want to know. This monitor truly is beautiful. It's a beautiful, beautiful monitor. You're really going to appreciate the colors in this monitor. It's a QLED. It's a QLED panel. Okay? It's a quantum dot panel. No different than what you have on your QLED TV. All right? So that's why you're paying that higher price, guys. All right? Not to mention the 50-inch ultra wide 32:9. So ratio. So you have to remember, and on top of that, we are getting 120 hertz refresh rate with a FreeSync and 1 millisecond response time. So you're kind of getting the best of the both worlds. And look at the graphics here, man. Look at the water and the way it's moving when you are walking. Look at that. That is just bananas. Look at this. You know, at sometimes I say to myself, I can't believe this is the gears, because it really doesn't even feel like the gears. It feels like a totally brand new, different type of a game. And I think that's what Rod really wanted to do with. Now, the reason you see this vibration on the water, because your DB has this jet that it's pushing the vehicle that he's flying, and this is the vibration of that jet, that mini jet. I hope I'm not butchering this. I'm really trying to do my best to explain to you guys as to how beautiful this looks with AMD Radeon. And look at this. Look at this bar. And wow, dude. And it looks stunning. And listen, this monitor, if you can get this monitor for like 600 or 700, go for it, dude. It's definitely worth it. Remember, you're getting 120 hertz refresh rate. Excuse me, is it? Yeah, 120? Actually, it's not 120. I apologize. It's 144. I'm sorry. 144 hertz refresh rate. Okay? 144 hertz refresh rate with a FreeSync and 1 millisecond response time. So, and then you add the quantum dot, little tiny crystals, photon technology in there, and you got yourself a really good color spectrum on top of the ultra wide 50-inch 32:9. I really can't say nothing bad about this monitor. All right. I wish that I could, but I can't. It looks beautiful, dude. Just look how beautiful it looks. And, you know, it's really difficult for me to film this with the camera because Because you guys have to remember that I'm trying to do this with one hand and use the controller with the other hand. Okay? But look at this, man. Look at the reflection that you see on there. It just looks beautiful, guys. But look, I expect this game to run really well on the AMD Radeon 5700 XT, because this is a game that's developed for AMD Radeon Navi chip, 7 nanometer Navi GPU chip. Okay. But I've tested some other games. You've seen me do a walkthrough of the Control, the game called the Control, and they're all saying you need to play it on the RTX, you need to play it on NVIDIA. Well, guess what? I played it on the Radeon, and it worked fine with maxed out 4K settings. I did it straight for 8 hours. I have a proof of that video, of that live stream. I did it for 8 hours. I only had one hiccup, but other than that, for 8 hours straight, I had no issues. I was running smooth 60 FPS, no issues. So AMD has proven itself with this Radeon. They're really, I think they hit themselves a gold mine here. Here, let me get this, dude. Ah, shit. Get him for me, DB. Get him. You got him. So DB needs to go through here. Well, you know, what can I say, guys? Gears 5 looks amazing on this monitor, as it should. Now, this is ultra wide. This is not for everyone, but look, man, if you love quantum, if you love the color, if you want to see color pop on your monitor, if you want to truly appreciate that color spectrum, this monitor will deliver when it comes to the color, man. I tested all the other monitors. They can't really hold a candle or a glass of water to this one, because this is a quantum dot monitor, and I think that's why it's so expensive, on top of obviously the ultra wide 32:9 ratio. But look, AMD Radeon 5700 XT, here I am, ultra settings, man, it just runs smooth, no issues, super fast. Okay, 144 hertz FreeSync, all good. It's just beautiful. And I'm sorry the way I'm filming this. I wish that I had somebody to hold the camera for me, but I don't. You have to remember, I'm doing this because my tripod is not tall enough to, or I don't know where to put my tripod to capture this. Because guys, it's really tricky and difficult to capture this ultra wide monitor. Me panning and scanning left and right, it's like the only solution here at the moment. So I don't know, it's up to you guys. You know, should you get this monitor? Should you get it for Christmas or holidays? Like I said, if you can get it for like $700, I definitely say go for it, because you are not going to be disappointed with this monitor. Okay, seeing this monitor in person with its colors, you're going to appreciate it. It's mainly, this monitor, it's mainly for gaming. It's not made for video editing. Yes, you can video edit it, but you should go with a Dell if you're gonna go for video editing and a high resolution 1440p. This is 3840 by 1080, but for the gaming and quantum dot and 144 hertz FreeSync 1 millisecond response time, especially if you have Radeon 5700 XT 50th anniversary edition graphics card. Go for it. Alright, before I end this video, I just want you guys to see how beautiful this level is. Remember, this video, it's not so much about me testing performance. This video, it's really about me just showing you how beautiful this game looks on the Samsung CHG90. And look at that, man. That just looks beautiful. Look at that detail. And it looks phenomenally great on this monitor, man. It's just mind-blowingly beautiful on this monitor, man. So, like I said, yes, there is HDR on this monitor, but remember, this monitor, it's not bright enough to use the HDR, so you really don't need to turn the HDR on this monitor. And honestly, with the quantum dots here and a really great contrast ratio, this monitor also has a local dimming, so you get a really good viewing angles as well. I'm not missing the HDR here, okay? I don't really cry about HDR here. This monitor just looks beautiful the way it is. Thanks to the quantum dot technology, vertical alignment panel, and local dimming, and of course this resolution ratio with 144 Hertz and 1 millisecond response time, and the FreeSync. This monitor is packing a lot of stuff, just so you guys know. Well, there you have it. There you have it, guys. I hope you found this video informative. It is what it is. It's not like super professionally done, but that's because I only have two hands. I don't have a big enough tripod or somebody to hold the camera for me. All right, I do this on my own. So I hope you guys understand and appreciate that. All right, other than that, well, there you go. This is Samsung CHG90 with Gears 5 running via AMD Radeon 5700 XT 50th anniversary edition. It's quantum dot monitor. It's gonna look great because you got quantum dots. It's fully functional quantum dot monitor. It's not a half-assed quantum dot. This is fully quantum dot monitor. It's a QLED monitor. QLED, just like your television. All right, and it has local dimming as well. I think 40 zones or something like that, which is more than enough for 50-inch ultra wide. There you have it. And if you have AMD Radeon, you're good to go with this game. Thank you for watching.